Virtual Particles and Virtual Unicorns. A sudden snow shower put an end to hockey practice. "We can't even see the puck," Sandy Murry shouted across the wind. "Let's go home." He skated over to the side of the frozen pond, sitting on an already snow-covered rock to take off his skates. There were calls of agreement from the other skaters. Dennys, Sandy's twin brother, followed him, snow gathering in his lashes so that he had to blink in order to see the rock. "Why do we have to live in the highest, coldest, windiest spot in this state?" Hoots of laughter and shouted goodbyes came from the other boys. "Where else would you want to live?" Dennys was asked. Snow was sliding icily down the inside of his collar. Bali, Fiji, someplace warm. One of the boys knotted his skate laces and slung his skates around his neck. "Would you really? With all those tourists?" "Yeah, and jet-setters crowding the beach, and beautiful people, and litter bugs." One by one, the other boys drifted off, leaving the twins. "I thought you liked winter," Sandy said. "By mid-March, I'm getting tired of it." "But you wouldn't really want to go to some tourist's paradise, would you?" Probably not. Maybe I would have in the olden days, before the population explosion. I'm famished. Race you home." By the time they reached their house, an old white farmhouse about a mile from the village, the snow was beginning to let up, though the wind was still strong. They went in through the garage, past their mother's lab. Pulling off their windbreakers, they threw them at hooks and burst into the kitchen. "Where's everybody?" Sandy called. Dennys pointed to a piece of paper held by magnets to the refrigerator door. They both went up to it to read. "Dear twins, am off to town with Meg and Charles Wallace for our dental checkups. Your turn is next week. Don't think you can get out of it. You've both grown so much this year that it is essential you have your teeth checked. Love, Mother." Sandy bared his teeth ferociously. "We've never had a cavity." Dennys made a similar grimace. "But we have grown. We're just under 6 feet. Bet if we were measured today, we'd be over." Dennys opened the door to the refrigerator. There was half a chicken in an earthenware dish with a sign, "Verboten. This is for dinner." Sandy pulled out the meat keeper. "Ham all right?" "Sure, with cheese. And mustard. And sliced olives. And ketchup. And pickles." "No tomatoes here. Bet you Meg made herself a BLT. "There's lots of liverwurst. Mother likes that." "Yuck." "It's okay with cream cheese and onion." They put their various ingredients on the kitchen counter and cut thick slices of bread fresh from the oven. Dennys peered in to sniff apples slowly baking. Sandy looked over to the kitchen table, where Meg had spread out her books and papers. "She's taken more than her fair share of the table." "She's in college," Dennys defended. "We don't have as much homework as she does." "Yeah, and I'd hate that long commute every day. She likes to drive. And at least she gets home early." Dennys plunked his own books down on the big table. Sandy stood looking at one of Meg's open notebooks. "Hey, listen to this. Do you suppose we'll have this kind of junk when we're in college? It seems quite evident that there was definite prebiotic existence of protein ancestors of polymers, and that therefore the primary beings were not amino acids." I suppose she knows what she's writing about. I haven't the foggiest. Dennys flipped back a page. "Look at her title. The $1,000,000 Question, the chicken or the egg, amino acids or their polymers." She may be a mathematical genius, but she still can't spell. "You mean you know what she's writing about?" Sandy demanded. "I have a pretty good idea. It's the kind of thing Mother and Dad argue about at dinner. Polymers, virtual particles, quasars, all that stuff." Sandy looked at his twin. "You mean you listen?" "Sure, why not? You never know when a little useless knowledge is going to come in handy. Hey, what's this book? It's about bubonic plague. I'm the one who wants to be a doctor." Sandy glanced over. "It's history, not medicine, stoop."